The USDA's Economic Research Service reports that in 2019, over 10% of Americans lived in food insecure households. This comes out to about 33 million people who struggle with hunger, which means it's not far-fetched to imagine that you could have interacted with someone who didn't know where their next meal was coming from. There is an organization right here in Jackson that works to lessen this statistic, and I've spent the last week researching and learning about this organization. So today I would like to inform you about RIFA, or the Religious Interfaith Association. First, I'm going to talk about the two main ways that RIFA gives back to their community through their soup kitchen and food bank. Secondly, I'm going to talk about the more creative ways that RIFA goes outside of just giving out food from their building. And thirdly, I want to touch on how RIFA is faith-based and the ways that that motivates and shapes the work that they do. So first, I'm going to talk about what's probably the more well-known and obvious aspect of RIFA's ministry, their soup kitchen and food bank. So for over 40 years, RIFA has been working on these two fronts in the Jackson and Greater Madison County area. Their soup kitchen is open 365 days a year, 7 days a week, including every holiday. It's based right in the building downtown Jackson. They never charge for their meals, and no one is ever turned away who comes for food. This is a constantly functioning and essential part of RIFA's ministry. RIFA's food bank collects and donates food and other resources to nonprofits and charities in the Greater Madison County area, all over West Tennessee. Currently, 1 in 7 people in Tennessee struggle with hunger, and so there is plenty of reason and opportunity for RIFA to get involved and contribute outside of their city. So now that I've talked about the two main ways that RIFA contributes and serves in their county and city, I want to talk about the more creative and outside-the-box ways that RIFA has developed to go beyond just giving out food from their building. Firstly, they work with students of various ages to make sure that they have the nutrition they need to focus and do well in school. They have a program called the Snack Backpacks, which is targeted at younger children who may not have enough food over the weekends. RIFA packages backpacks with kid-friendly, nutritious, easy-to-prepare meals and gives them away to kids who may not have enough to eat on Saturday and Sunday when they can't rely on the meals that they get at school. Additionally, they help out middle school age kids by establishing food pantries in local middle schools. These pantries are both easily accessible and discreetly available to protect the dignity of these older students who may come from food insecure households. Another way that they go beyond just giving away food to people is with their food co-op program, which is sort of like a club that costs around $4 to $5 regularly from each member. This money goes to food for all the members, and members of the food co-op hold leadership positions and build friendship and community with each other. Some of the resources that they're given through this program are bus passes, gas, prescription medicines, shower facilities, laundry facilities, and things like that. And so it shows how RIFA is going beyond just giving away food and trying to care about the healthy lifestyles of their community members. So now that I've talked about the two ways that RIFA mainly fights hunger around them and the more creative ways that they go beyond giving away food, I want to talk about how RIFA is faith-based and the ways that that motivates and shapes their ministry. So first of all, their mission statement is to reach out with the love of Christ and provide physical and spiritual nourishment. And so right away they are identifying themselves with Christ and aligning themselves with his mission, saying that our mission is to provide more than physical nourishment but spiritual for the people around us. And the very name of the organization is another evidence of this. They're called the Regional Interfaith Association. And so right away, aligning themselves with the faith community and letting that be a motivating factor of their work. They are also shaped by their faith. And so Lunch is served 7 days a week at the soup kitchen, and dinner on Tuesday and Thursday. And before each meal, RIFA holds a worship service for everyone there. So they are encouraging everyone not to just come and eat and have their physical needs met, but the spiritual. RIFA is encouraging people to participate in the worship services who come to be fed. They also talk extensively on their website about how they seek to be a safe place for people to come and find community, and it's just another testimony to the fact they're trying to provide more than physical nourishment, but spiritual and communal as well, which comes from their Christian motivations. So today I have talked to you guys about Jackson's Regional Interfaith Association, or RIFA for short. I discussed RIFA's Soup Kitchen and Food Bank, which provides meals to both locals and people all over West Tennessee. I talked about how the Snack Backpack and community outreach programs extend the reach of the organizations by providing for students and for local adults. And I talked about how RIFA is faith-based and how this motivates and shapes the kind of ministry and work they do here in Jackson. And so hopefully now you're more educated about a very impactful organization right in your own backyard.